Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So we're reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti, chapter 22. Beauty in Krishna's presence. Wow, beautiful chapter. Neyam shobhishyate tatra yathedhanim gadadhara tvatpade rankita bhati valakshana vilakshitaihi. O Gadadhara Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Okay, so first we're going to look at Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, is it visible? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually considered as one of the some Acharyas say that this is one of the techniques for meditation, meaning that one can actually meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Prabhupada did not say that. Prabhupada just said, chant Hare Krishna, focus on Shravanam and Kirtanam. And then automatically some aspects of Krishna, either Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's form. So when Krishna's form, when Prabhupada is talking about Krishna's form, it could be the whole form of Krishna, or it could be, somebody is attracted to the lotus feet, somebody is attracted to the beautiful face of Krishna, somebody is attracted to the smile, somebody is attracted to the Tribangi form. It could be anything, right? So whatever we are most attracted towards, that can come naturally in our chanting. So some devotees are very attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna, and when what they practice, in the sense they keep looking at this again and again, and like for example, we do reading, we read about Krishna, and thereby trying to those aspects come into our mind when we are thinking about Krishna. For some devotees, the lotus feet comes. So, but any which way, it is good to understand the all the various symbols which are there on the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is the picture. Now I have to open. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so here, so I can just share the post. Somebody has done mercifully described everything. So just briefly, we'll go through this. So right foot has, so on Krishna's feet, there are 19 symbols of Narayana. Uh, you can say 19 symbols. On his right foot, there are lotus. So this is the right foot. This is the right foot. So there's lotus. There is chakra. This is what is called barley corn. Okay, this like a semicircle kind. This is the Ankusha, goad, elephant goad, which they use to uh, push the elephant to do things. Flag. Then this is what is it? Spectre. What is it called? Mm, gold flag. Thunderbolt. Okay, this is a thunderbolt. Uh, then there's a flag. There's a chhatri. Then there is a swastik, and then there is jambu fruit. What is jambu fruit called in English? What is that fruit called? Rose apple. Rose apple. Jambu phala is the rose apple. Okay, so this is on his right foot. On his left foot, Shanka. Kham is kham is what? Kham. Oh, there's octagon also. Kham is sky, right? So this is sky. This is Dhanush. This is Gopada. Then there's a Trikona triangle. There is a Kalasha. There is a Ardha like Chandra. Then there is a Matsya. And this is also octagon. And there is swastika and then octagon here. So there are all this. So we can try to remember. So visualize, remember. Okay, on the right foot. Okay, let's try. Can we stare at this and then recollect? Hmm. So if I now take this off. Okay, what is there on the right foot of Krishna? What is there on the right foot of Krishna? I can remember barley corn. Then there is chakra. Then there is lotus. Then there is gourd. Then there is vajra. Then there is flag. Beside the flag is chhatri. Then below that is swastik, octagon, jambupala. This is on the right feet. On the left feet, what was there?
Swastik also, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Swastik.
What is that?
Swastik on the right. No? Swastik. You are talking of left?
Yeah, swastik on the right. Swastik, octagon, and jambupala. On the left foot, what is there? What do you remember?
Gopada,
On the left foot
Prabhuji.
of Krishna.
Gopada.
Gopada, okay.
Sky.
Yeah, Gopada, then. Sorry,
Sky.
my internet is bad. Look like. What did you say?
Stripe. Stripe.
Sky. Yeah, Kham, then Dhanush, then Matsya, then in the middle Trikona, Kalasha, then on top, what is there? There's one more. And Dhanush, Kham, before first thing, what did we see? First thing, what did we see? Forgot. What did we see? Shanka. Yeah, Chandra. Okay, Shanka and Chandra. Okay, so like this, see, we waste our brain power trying to remember all kinds of unnecessary things. We should stress our brain in remembering Krishna's form, Krishna's pastimes. Actually, we should practice this remembrance, shlokas, chanting shlokas. So we should actually practice chanting shlokas. Because actually then the mind actually automatically becomes purified by just this remembrance and hearing. So right foot has 11 signs just at a high level. Then left foot has 8 signs. Okay, so right foot has 11, left foot has 8. Balikan, this mark signifies that his devotees receive all enjoyable opulences of prosperity by serving his lotus feet. Then chakra cuts down the 6 enemies. Okay, somebody is affected by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Meditate on the chakra of Krishna. Upward lining Urdhva Rekha. What is Urdhva Rekha? Oh, what is Urdhva Rekha? Oh, there is one Urdhva Rekha here. I missed it. Oh, that is the 11th one. Okay. There's one small line here. Line, it's not very visible. Okay, okay. Urdhva Rekha. Urdhva Rekha signifies that the devotees who cling to his feet as if holding a lifeline will be transported to the higher realms. Okay. So barley corn signifies prosperity. This cut down enemies, upward curving the Urdhva Rekha, holding on to it takes us to higher realms. Then God indicates meditation and brings elephants of his devotees' minds under control. If somebody is struggling with mind, meditate on the God on Krishna's lotus feet. Flag announces that for devotees meditating, he gives security and protection from all sorts of fear. Flag, victory. Thunderbolt Vajra reveals the smashes to pieces the mountain of his devotees' karmic reactions to past sins. So Thunderbolt. Then Chhatri, those who take shelter, shielded from incessant rainfall of material miseries. Okay, so Krishna protects his devotees from miseries. Octagon. Those who resort to his feet are well protected in 8 directions. Okay. Swastika. Those who resort indicates that nothing inauspicious could possibly remain for one who holds his lotus feet. Jambuphala. This mark is indicated that his feet are the only worshipable object. Okay, so these are the 11 signs. Okay, can we try to recollect? Barley corn signifies what? Barley corn, anybody?
Freedom from fear. Freedom from fear.
Opulences.
Prosperity,
Opulence.
Prabhuji.
Barley corn is opulence. Okay, then disc, chakra. Chakra is cutting down all the 6 enemies. Okay, then after chakra was upward lining, Urdhva Rekha. Means Krishna will
Those
take
who
us to
hold.
higher. Krishna will take us to higher realms, transcendental realm. Then lotus. Oh, lotus we didn't read at all. Those whose eyes swell with tears upon holding the Lord's lotus feet to their heart receive the highest benefit. Okay. He's a goddess of Lakshmi. Okay. Then lotus and then gourd. Gourd. What is gourd? Mind control. Mind control. Yes. Gourd, mind control. So we should remember how, because gourd is used to control the elephant. So it will control something. So it is mind control. Then flag is just victory and security protection, right? Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is all the material miseries will be karmic reactions. Karmic reactions will be destroyed. Thunderbolt and umbrella is all protection from rainfall of miseries. And octagon, protection in all directions. Swastika, all inauspicious things. Okay. So anyway, so we should try to remember this. Left foot, 8 signs. Shanka, rescued from all sorts of distress. Sky, unattached. They're unattached. Okay. Dhanush, free from all worries and difficulties. Calf's footprint, great ocean of material world existence becomes very small. Yeah, like crossing over. Trikona, yeah, again they'll be saved from the snares of Maya. It'll refuge the inhabitants from the 3 worlds. And then pitcher, water pot, kalasha. So yeah, lotus feet hold the golden pitcher full of purely nectarian ambrosia to be freely consumed by the surrendered soul. So nectar. Half moon. So desired objectives of the devotees are fulfilled. And finally, fish. Fish cannot be without water. Similarly, surrendered devotees cannot live without directly associating with his lotus feet. A very beautiful, topic for meditation. So this, so devotees are actually attached to the lotus feet. Attached to the lotus feet means just surrendered, willing to follow whatever he says, willing to follow whatever his representatives say, and that is the whole idea. Okay, so there are certain particular marks on the feet of the Lord which distinguish the Lord from others. The marks of a flag, thunderbolt, and instrument to drive an elephant, which is gourd, umbrella, lotus, disc, etc., are on the bottom of the Lord's feet. These marks are impressed upon the soft dust of the land where the Lord traverses. So just imagine these beautiful marks. All these marks, it's like these are like etches. It's like etched, like, mark. So just imagine the land of Vrindavan is marked with all these those who put rangoli, etc., you'll understand, or those who make imprints, so beautiful. Just imagine sharp, clearly cut etches on the floor, on the land of Vrindavan. The land of Hastinapura was thus marked while Lord Krishna was there with the Pandavas, and the kingdom of the Pandavas thus flourished by such auspicious signs. Kunti Devi points out these distinguished features and is afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. Now, of course, this ill luck is being bereft of Krishna, not being without him is the ill luck for Kunti Devi. She's not worried about any material ill luck. And the other is, just being able to execute whatever Lord desires out of us, out of devotees. If you're not able to do that, then we can think of, oh, I'm really unfortunate that I'm not able to carry out the orders. Mm. Actually, this mood is very, very important. When we hear anything from Guru, it should become an object of meditation for us. Right? All our gurus inevitably talk about book distribution, right? Is there any guru in ISKCON who doesn't talk about book distribution? Prabhupada's lifeline was book distribution. He would be externally really unwell, externally, right? But whenever he suddenly heard book scores, is just like completely like nothing is nothing, no manifestation of any bodily suffering. He's just radiate with so much of happiness. Right. So if you're not able to do that, then we have to feel, oh, I'm so unfortunate, I'm not able to do this. But that is the ill luck for devotees, that's all. But otherwise everything else is auspicious in the life of a devotee. In the Chanakya shloka, the instructions of the great moralist Chanakya Pandita, this is the way, there is this very nice verse: Prithvi Bhushanam Raja, Narinam Bhushanam Patihi, Sarvari Sharvari Bhushanam Chandro Vidya Sarvasya Bhushanam. Everything looks beautiful when one is intimately related with it. The sky, for example, becomes beautiful in relationship with the moon. The sky is always present, but on the full moon night, when the moon and stars shine brilliantly, it looks very nice. Similarly, the state looks very well if there's a good government with a good king or president. Then everyone is happy and everything goes on well. Also, although girls are naturally beautiful, girl looks especially beautiful when she has a husband. Vidya Sarvasya Bhushanam. But if a person, however ugly, is a learned scholar, that is his beauty. Similarly, everything will look beautiful when Krishna is present. Prabhupada is like, forget about all this, Prithvi and moon and Nari and Pati and all this. Just everything will look beautiful when Krishna is present. Like really, when we are day in and day out in this whole month of Kartik, we are out doing programs and, singing Damodara Ashtakam and glorifying, narrating the Damodar Leela. You just feel like, life is so beautiful. But that's only because Krishna is present. And I was telling yesterday, some devotee saying that what would have been life without Krishna? What would have been life without Krishna consciousness? It would have been so dry, uninteresting, full of tension, worries, useless waste of life. So Krishna being present, I mean, it meaning to life, but more beautiful, more importantly, makes life beautiful. Makes our life beautiful because Krishna is present. Therefore, Kunti Devi thinks as long as Krishna is with us, everything in our kingdom and our capital Hastinapura is beautiful. See? That is why we see actually devotees, it is not their material beauty actually. The beauty of devotees is their spiritual beauty. And when devotees start looking beautiful, which means there'll be effulgence in their face and they'll be happy, radiating energy. That just shows presence of Krishna in their life. Right. So this should be, like really, as we make progress in Krishna consciousness, we become really beautiful, not the materially beautiful. right? Because Krishna is present. But when Krishna is absent, our kingdom will not be beautiful. There might be so many people who are maybe beautiful on from a material perspective, right? People might say they have good features, they look good, they're handsome, this, that, and all that. But really, for us, we can see their eyes and see the shallowness in their existence, right? And really, the worries, etc., which are just all hidden, behind their uh, mask of, whatever material of the skin. But we can see their sadness, their hollowness, and of course, some people are happy because they're in the mode of ignorance and passion, but that's not the real happiness, or that's not the real beauty. He says, Krishna, you're now walking in our kingdom, and the impressions of your footprints are making everything beautiful. There's sufficient water and fruit, and everything looks beautiful. But when you leave us, it will not look beautiful. It is not that it is not that this applied only when this is applied. Okay, this is not that. Krishna was present and Kunti was speaking. Rather, the truth is always the same. Okay, it's not just that Krishna was present then and Kunti was speaking and it was truth only at that time. No, it is truth is always the same. Despite the advancement of our civilization, if we cannot bring Krishna and Krishna consciousness into the center of everything, our civilization will never become beautiful. Those who have joined the Krishna consciousness movement were beautiful before they joined. But now that they have become Krishna conscious, they look especially beautiful. Therefore, the newspapers often describe the devotees as bright-faced. The countrymen remark how joyful and beautiful these boys and girls have become. See, this is where we should be heading. I mean, if we are really, why did those boys and girls become so beautiful and joyful? Because they simply surrendered to Srila Prabhupada. I mean, just imagine, I keep thinking about this, right? So we have so much of culture backing us, this Indian culture and all this. But it's very interesting that these people, Westerners who just took up to Krishna consciousness were literally wearing no clothes or, barely wearing clothes. And next day they join there in like, men take off their hair, leave a shika and into, white, fully white clothes. And then women are off their nasty clothing and then they're dressed so beautifully in saris and covering their heads. And I mean, it's just amazing, right? Like overnight, literally overnight, there was no, what do you call, like training period or, give them some time, let them still continue to come in pant and shirt and whatever they were wearing. No, overnight. I mean, that was Prabhupada. Prabhupada did not compromise. Prabhupada said, if you want to join, if you want to become our student, that's what Prabhupada is. If you want to become our student, you have to just follow this. And that is Prabhupada's power, right? His presence. And people just adopted it. No questions. And with all that and joyful jumping and dancing, look at all those, Hare Krishna, the kirtans, it just so joyful. The kartal, the mridanga, the singing, everything. Literally, you feel like this is doesn't belong to this material world at all. Those devotees were simply empowered by Prabhupada, right? And they were just so joyful and beautiful. And today we see devotees, all our faces are so no joy, no beauty, because we are not adopting the process completely. We have so many problems that, we are just like stuck here, there, everywhere, and no joy, no beauty. But the simple solution is full surrender. If we simply surrender, we become bright faced, we become joyful, we become beautiful. Process is very simple. It has not changed. Process has not changed. But what has changed is the willingness of devotees to surrender to their gurus, surrender to Srila Prabhupada. That is what has changed. And that is resulting, it's reflecting in how happy devotees are, how joyful they are, how beautiful they are, how bright faced they are. Prabhupada is writing, at the present time in America, many of the younger generation are confused and hopeless, and therefore they appear morose and black-faced. See, this is what it is, black-faced. One might be fair, but he is still black-faced, meaning, you can see that sunk eyes and worries and tension, in their body language, visible on their face clearly. Why? Because they are missing the point. They have no aim in life. But the devotees, the Krishnites. So we are the Krishnites. Look very beautiful because of the presence of Krishna. So we should bring Krishna into the middle of our life. We have now brought Krishna somewhere in the periphery of our life, which is good, which is better than not letting Krishna space in our life at all. So absolutely we are fortunate. But we'll be more fortunate if we give Krishna the central place. And of course, see, as Grihasthas, challenge for us is to take everybody together, right? We have to try and take everybody in the house together, definitely. But obviously, some will move faster, some will be slower. We won't neglect or put aside the slow ones, but we will not try to go at their pace. We will let them come on their pace. We will not enforce them, but at the same time, we will not slow down. We should not slow down. It's okay. I mean, I'm saying we are so worried about one life. No, but Sarvadharman Parityaja means just doing whatever Krishna has said. And of course, our grasta duties have to be taken care, right? Like there are certain duties that we have to take care. But there are certain expectations out of this modern world, which not necessarily we don't have to fulfill, like going and attending some useless parties, especially now, New Year around the corner, or useless parties, going people go out, drink, and that they think that's their way to make that's their way to happiness. So this New Year, this next month, we're going to distribute books saying matchless gift of happiness, real happiness. This is real happiness, not your drunken state happiness. Right. So again, I request everybody to come out, join the devotees. We'll all be out there trying to distribute books in our own capacity. Don't sit at home. This is the only thing I'm requesting. Everybody, right? For this month, don't sit at home. Don't have your personal plans, right? Those who have already made this year, okay, but from next year, please don't make personal plans during December. December is the time for Prabhupada, right? Rest of the year, we can do whatever we want. This time of the year, book marathon is dedicated to Srila Prabhupada, right? We are in so much indebted to Prabhupada, and all that Prabhupada wants us to do is distribute books, right? He said, really, what is the value of your preaching? Just give them one book. Even one word will change their life. One word. Just imagine. And this is Prabhupada's statement. It's not an exaggeration. It is Prabhupada's statement and it absolutely works. So what is our job? Okay, some people are very busy. No problem. Please gift books. They don't have time, but you have money. Absolutely. Krishna has given money. Take the money. We are doing books at very, very nominal prices this time, right? We want to make sure that it reaches to as many people as possible. I mean, there will be sets which you can give to anybody who can just simply read, bare minimum. You can read, there's a book set for 100 rupees, which will change that person's life, right? Somebody is slightly more slightly more, they have money, they have willing to spend 300, 350, 400 bucks. It'll bring happiness to their life, right? So there's just two basic sets, that's all. One is for somebody to live a tension free life, and the other is for somebody to live a happy life. A tension free life will cost around 100, happy life will cost around 350 rupees. That's it, right? And we go and spend like thousands of rupees. We have no idea. We go out, people go out to eat, they spend 4,000, 5,000 rupees. I'm saying just 1 month expenditure. Take that 5,000 rupees, go and benefit your friends, relatives, your loved ones, your sisters, brothers. Make them take it. Otherwise, just gift them. How much does it take? I mean, 5 sets, 10 sets, 3,000, 3,500 rupees. Just gift them. Just give them, saying that change your life. Just and these are very simple books. Previously what we used to do is we used to say Bhagavad Gita, and people used to have big mind blocks reading such a fat book. Now we are giving them 30 pages book, 50 pages book, and there are 5, 6, 7, 8 books, right? So they'll somebody or the other will read. And it's such a small book that maybe 1, 2, 3 sittings people can finish it off. And for those who are not very savvy reading, they don't want to read too many books, just two books, just two of Prabhupada's books and one chanting kit, and it'll change their life. right? So please meditate on this. You know, it's the it's real seva. You know, we say we are indebted to Prabhupada. If you are really indebted to Prabhupada, we have to bare minimum do this much, bare minimum. And I'm saying each person, bare minimum 10 happiness sets has to be distributed. Each person, right? And this is outside the normal book distribution. This is into your friends and families, your, you know, office circles, so many people, you know, right? Either coax them to buy one set or you give them a set. You know, they should feel like, oh, no, take this. You know, you should ask them saying that give this. They'll say, no, you know, you say, no, take it. This is my gift for you. Then they'll say, no, I'll pay. You know, let them pay, not pay, whatever it is. Just give them. Prabhupada wanted these books to fall on the laps of people so that then they will wake up from the lap of Maya, right? And one book, two books will change their life, and then they will come to you. They'll come to you saying that, oh, this was amazing. You know, what else can we do? You know, is there something more that I can read, something more I can get involved? And it'll change their life. Trust me. It'll change their life, right? Really, we want everybody to look beautiful, everybody to be happy. You know, why only few? Let's help bring Krishna in their life. You know, do this little service for Srila Prabhupada, and you know, we'll all be immensely benefited by doing this. Okay, so I'm ending here. I can't think of anything but the book distribution now. It's, you know, 1 week been thinking about this and making so many, you know, plans, etc. But no, my plans will be of no use unless people who are hearing from me actually help in doing this, right? Because this is the whole idea. Is one, you know, if one person cannot do anything, right? And so I'm requesting all of you, please. We have Shastradan. You know, you can, if like, yeah, worst case you're not able to do at all. No, but I would still say you do 10 sets at least. On top of that, if you still are happy, you want to help the whole cause, then we have Shastradan. We're going to, you know, distribute books to government schools, colleges, orphanages, jails, etc. So you can give whatever you want to give, which will use it to distribute books. That because nobody will be able to pay, right? Those people, poor souls, they can't pay and procure these books. We'll give them free, right? But that is not, you don't you all still have to distribute books. On top of that, you can do, you know, don't take that as a substitute to distributing books. Gift books, I'll say gift books, right? New Year, marriages, whatever, gift books, 10, 15, 20, 50 gift books, 300, 350 rupees per set, right? And on top of that, if you still feel that you want to do something for Prabhupada, something bigger for this society, so we are calling this Shastra Dan, and we are calling this for a better tomorrow, right? And we want to change the lives of the younger generation, right? We want them to start thinking differently, and we want them to become more, you know, follow the Vedic way of life to some extent, become more responsible in their actions, etc. And this is absolutely required. All of us are seeing today, you know, youngsters are just lost their way, right? How are we going to bring them back? Small steps, right? So if you know of some school nearby, you can go and sponsor. 50 kids there, 100 kids there, 100 into that set is just simply 100 rupees for school kids, right? So whatever you want to gift it to 10 kids, give it. You have, you know, in your house, some maid is coming and that her children is studying in some schools. Give them a Kannada set, give them a Hindi set. Right, but just do something, do some help people out. They're all in distress. You know, it's us only who can help them. Nobody else can do anything for them. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Hare Krishna. So I'm really expecting all of you to get involved, right? I have my own preaching areas, etc. But I know here there are devotees who are not necessarily belonging to my preaching area directly, but still, whether you're belonging here, not belonging here, I want everybody to please participate in distributing Prabhupada's book. Okay. Okay, anything? Anybody wants to say anything? Any comments? Okay, so we'll end here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vansa kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.